all these big companies earn a lot of money, make a lot of crazy amount of money with the help of their employees, but in return they give peanuts to their employees and exploit them and take advantage of them. If you think that way, then this video is for you, because that's half of the story. And if you understand the whole truth today from this video, your life is going to change forever. So let's get started. So in my journey of almost more than 11 years now as a HR into IT industry, I have observed one thing, that companies do not put you in slavery. We employees, we put ourselves into that slavery, or rather I should say we sign up for that slavery for lifetime. And the biggest mistake that puts us in that slavery of lifetime is that we think that getting a job, it doesn't matter which job it is your first job, second job, fifth job, whatsoever. We think that getting that job, getting into that job is the ultimate destination. That is the very mindset that is keeping you stuck into that slavery, and you can't even walk out of a toxic job because that's what you think, because you cannot walk out of your destination, a place where you have dreamt your life, where you have designed your life, and your life is running just around that job. I will make you understand what exactly this mistake is and how you can solve it. What is the right way? So we will use this whiteboard that I borrowed from my daughter for this video. So let's understand what the mistake is and what you can possibly do about it. Let's say you're here, you're trying to get a job, that's your goal, and it can be your first job, second job, that doesn't matter. And then we have something like this. Let's say these are the jobs in the market, various kinds of jobs. Then you try to get a job. Let's just assume from your first job. So you're trying to get your first job and you secured a job. This is your first job. Let's say job A. So you entered this job and you feel that now you have settled, you have arrived. This is something that will give you what you desire in your life. It will pay your bills. It will keep you till you retire, give you great promotions, 30-40% hike per year. And you just are happy with that job. Now what happens next? You feel happy, you're fine for a year or two, and then you realize that you're not actually very happy with this job, and this is not something that you wish to do for your entire life. Now there can be two situations in this. One is that you want to quit job, or the another is that company is firing you. In both the situations, you have nothing in your hand, and if you lose this job without jumping onto another job, you will be back here. And that is the biggest mistake that you are doing. See guys, this job is not the place where you have to settle. Tent लगा के नहीं बैठना है यहाँ पे. This is not the place where you have to settle down with your family. No, this is not the place to settle. So what is your destination? What is your actual destination? Your actual destination is your financial freedom. You have to reach here. Now, if you are aware enough, if you are the viewer of this channel, you would know how to exactly do that. So now what you have to do is, as soon as you get into your first job, you have to start building your own passage, your own ladder with the help of this job. Whatever little you're earning and saving, put that towards your future, your investment. So in your first job, you build your first step. And likewise, you keep jumping. You're aware that what milestone will take you ahead. And the advantage of being aware here is that maybe you are just stuck in a job, you want to move to the next job, and you move in a new job. Now in your mind, you have moved to a new job, but you are actually not progressing much in terms of reaching your financial freedom. This can be the pay is less, or maybe the learning scope is less, so you are stuck there. So that's not a great way. If you are aware, you know how you have to progress forward. You take something every single time, you make little more, you put things towards your investment, and you build that ladder for yourself. And then what happens slowly, obviously, if you follow this path, your jobs will help you build that ladder. And then one fine day, you'll have your own staircase, your own sweet passage to financial freedom, and this bridge will hold you in ups and downs of your life. Say, for example, you have not planned anything, okay, and you reached a certain level of the job. You are here on this job, and then one fine day, this company lays you off. Then what will happen? Because you have not built anything for yourself, you have not built the safety net, you will go back to here, the same place. How awful will be that? That you are falling so behind in your life because you have not planned anything. You have not put the building blocks to reach your financial freedom, your financial goal. And what exactly is financial freedom? A place, a situation to be in where you are getting continuous flow of money without you being actively working for it. We'll discuss that as well a little later in the video, that how that will happen. But for now, we are in on this example that if the company lays you off, you'll go back to this place. Now, if you have invested smartly and you're aware that these jobs are not the place where you have to settle, these are just a stepping stone, a means for you to build the bridge for yourself so that you can reach the financial freedom. So if you are aware and you're building your bridge, even if the company lays you off, you will fall back onto this bridge on the same level. Now, if you do not have the job, you might not grow, but you will not fall back. You will stay at the same point until you figure out something for yourself. That can be another job or maybe some business or whatever you want to do. But it will hold you at the same place. You will not fall behind in your life. How amazing is that? So why it's so important to understand all of this? See, it's important to understand because if you know all of this, you will not fall into that trap of, oh my God, what do I do? This company has laid me off. Oh my God, what do I do? I didn't get into my dream job. If you're aware, you'll not have such issues because you will know that these companies do not define your life. You are choosing these companies as a stepping stone to make use of that money to build that bridge for yourself and not the other way around. You are trading your skills so that you can build your bridge. These companies are just a means for you to build your bridge to that financial freedom and nothing else. You will not associate jobs with their ego. You'll not design your life around that job if you're aware. So all the possible negatives that might come with the job will not affect you. For example, if you are in a job where it's very toxic and you're not liking it, you'll simply move on to the next one because you know, you are aware that there are million gazillions of jobs available out there and this is not the only one, and you will not fear of falling that much behind in your life because you know you have that safety net. You have built the bridge so far, so it's not a big deal. You will manage it. So that's the beauty of understanding that these jobs are mere a stepping stone for us employees, and it's not so that the company is taking advantage of us. Obviously, companies doing whatever is favorable to them is earning a lot of money, but it doesn't have to be a win-lose situation where the company is winning and the employee is losing. No, it can absolutely be a win-win situation if employee realizes what he or she is doing with his whole life. Because if you plan well and you have the right mindset, you can use that very job which you feel is using you to design your dream life. Now let's understand that why these jobs, these stepping stones are important, why you have to get yourself into these stepping stones in the first place, why you can't just build your bridge otherwise. So let's understand that as well so that we have complete clarity around this topic. The number one reason is that this is, I think, the quickest, or I should say fastest way of getting monthly income or setting a monthly money flow for yourself. Because if you do business or you do something else, it will take some time to show up results. But if you're in a job, from the very first month, you'll be getting your salary every single month, and it will help you build your bridge faster rather than anything else. And obviously, this does not mean that if you're doing a job, you cannot do a business. You can very well invest your money, invest your extra time into your business so that you can scale that up as well if that is your future plan. I'll discuss that in my upcoming videos as well. I'm planning to do a few videos on passive income ideas alongside job, so be subscribed for that. So coming back to the point, this is a very good way of generating monthly income for yourself so that you can put that money to use to finally work on your actual goal. Number two, it gives you peace of mind that your basic needs are met. See, when we do not have any money and we have a lot of responsibility at the front of family. We have to take care that our family's needs are met, our parents are happy. If you have spouse, kids, their needs are met. If you do not have a job or something that is giving you that income monthly, you will go crazy. Maybe at this point you're feeling that this job is not letting me to work on my business. That's not the reality. The job is actually providing you that peace of mind. If you didn't have this job, believe me, you'll go crazy and will pick any kind of job, maybe a menial job which would pay you like one third of the amount. Why? Just because you are now in survival mode. The biggest thing on your mind is that I should at least provide the basic necessities for my family. You will go into that survival mode very fast. You don't realize this now when you have the job, but when you do not have, that becomes your absolute goal. You cannot focus on anything. You cannot focus on building your bridge towards the financial freedom and every other thing around it. You cannot think because you are in survival mode. So this job is giving you peace of mind so that you can think beyond, you can think of something else. But if you are thinking that, oh, it's not possible, being in a job means 24 into 7, just thinking about that job or doing that job for the longest hours. See, if that is your situation, then it's not about the problem of the job, it's your problem. You do not know how to manage, you do not know how to disconnect. You are still stuck into that stepping stone thing. You are not able to think about building your own bridge or ladder to reach that financial goal. That is not job's problem, that is your problem. We as employees have to set boundaries. If we do not set boundaries, believe me, every company wants its employees to work 24 into 7 if they can work. But that's not how things move. We all know we are humans and we are paid to do 8-9 hours of job or how many hours of job. Beyond that, if you're doing it, then it's your problem. To be honest, it has nothing to do with job. And even if you switch job, that problem will remain until you learn how to set boundaries and how to find a routine which is sustainable, where you can think beyond that job. Because job is not the ultimate goal. I mean, earning money for that company cannot be your life's goal. I mean, come on, wake up. So work on building that bridge for yourself and do not get caught up into all of that. Oh my God, my job is so demanding, I cannot think of something else. That will not work. You are the only one who's suffering because of that mindset. So come out of it. And the third benefit of doing a job is you actually learn a lot of useful skills. Remember the time when you were graduate, how many skills you had? Of course, you could have done your education from whatever university, whatever college, that's okay. But the real skills come when you start working on real projects, you start interacting with real people, you start communicating with global teams. So all these skills will pay you off in longer run. Even if you decide to do a business later, these skills will help you. You don't realize it now, but these skills will actually build up a great portfolio for you. You'll be aware what tools are used in the industry in real time. You'll be aware how to communicate with people. You'll be aware how to manage, how to lead teams, how to hire people, how to engage them. And those very skills will be helpful when tomorrow you start your business or do something else. So you really grow as a person. You learn a lot of things with any job. So now this was the half of the picture where you have to be in right mindset and what to do and what not to do when you're using your job to design your dream life. The other half of this story is that how you actually build that bridge, how you actually build that ladder to your financial dream or financial independence. You have to start as early as when you get into your first job. If you are already in some job, that's okay. Start as soon as you see this video, and from the very next day, go in your job thinking that this is not the place where I have to settle. No. Decide what you want to learn from this job, how you can scale up, and whatever your existing level is, start investing as per that. The first step could be building your emergency fund so that if the company lays you off tomorrow, you have sustainable money with yourself for at least 6-7 months. So first build that emergency fund in whatever way possible for you. Now the next step is, if you have already built the emergency fund, then start investing slowly, how much ever is possible for you. Investment can be in real estates or in stocks or in mutual funds. Some form of investment you must do. See, if you think it's okay, I'll do it later, it doesn't matter, I don't have much of money now, I'll do it whenever I have more money. Investment doesn't grow like that. How much ever money you have right now, invest it, because you cannot substitute the time that is getting wasted in your decision making with more money later. I'll repeat it. You cannot substitute the time which is getting wasted now, where you are not doing investment, or you're confused, or you're thinking I'll do that later. You cannot substitute that time by putting more money in the investment later, because then your ROI, your return on investment, will be very poor in comparison to if you start now. And believe me, you never know when you are going to get laid off. The company will not keep you forever, and you yourself will not feel like working for those companies forever. So when you are in that job, see that job as something which is funding your goal. That company itself is not a goal. That job itself is not a goal. That company, that job is funding your goal. Your main goal is something else. The ladder, the bridge that we have discussed, we have to fund this ladder. We have to feed money in this ladder so that we reach our destination. This company, this job is not our destination. No matter how good it looks, no matter how the title looks and feels, we do not have to get distracted by all of that. Second thing that you must not do is do not attach your identity with that job, or I should say, do not confuse yourself as that job profile. I mean, most of the time people forget who they are and they identify themselves with the job title that they are given in a certain company. Those job titles doesn't mean anything. They are just there to be put on papers, or to be used in the hierarchy of that company only. Those titles doesn't mean anything, nothing at all. The day company lays you off, that title vanishes somewhere in the air. It has no value. Nothing tangible comes out of it. So do not attach your identity or your self-worth with that title. Focus, refocus, and if you get distracted, pull yourself back to that mindset that this is the source from which I'm getting funds to fuel my main goal. This is nothing. This is just a job. Just a job. So now, why this is helpful? What will you get out of it by not identifying yourself to that title? The thing that will happen is that you'll start seeing more opportunities which will align with your goal, main goal. Because till now your brain was only looking for the opportunities where this title can grow. You never bothered to think whether that title will bring more steps to your ladder to reach your financial freedom or not. Because if some job is paying really good and is fueling your growth, but that title looks small, or maybe that company's name is not very well known, you'll not take it. Why? Because it doesn't align with your identity or the title, whatever the title is. But if you're aware and you know which job will give more funds to build this ladder, you'll quickly make the decision. You'll not be confused. I get so many messages on daily basis, especially from people who are early on their career. They'll ask, I have two offers. One is from Infi, TCS, Wipro, some company like this, and some other company which is not very known, but the profile looks good. So they are confused, and I'm like, is there even a reason to be confused? These people are confused because they are not thinking about that ladder. They are stuck that they have to put their tent in Wipro or TCS or Infosys and get settled there and tell everybody, oh, I'm working in so and so company. You are signing up for slavery if you're doing that, if you're taking that route. That's not the way. That's not the goal. You will end up 40-50 years working in such kind of companies and you'll reach nowhere. Then it doesn't matter. You'll not feel proud of working in Infi, Wipro, all of these companies when you are on deathbed. You'll not feel proud of doing that. So focus on your goals so that you can have meaningful time with your loved ones, and you can spend your life doing something that you actually love doing, rather than spending half of your life or more than half of your life in such companies, inside those buildings, sitting on the laptops. So that's the point, that if you do not identify yourself with these titles, you'll never be confused. Decide what fuels your bridge more. Decide as per what job funds your bridge more, so that you can quickly reach to your financial freedom. So if you have to take away just one single learning from this video, I would say take this learning, that jobs or companies are actually enablers for you to build your dream life. You have to only see it from the right perspective, and you have to do the things with the right approach. And whatever is not aligning with your financial freedom goal, just leave it. Just leave it. There are million gazillions of jobs. You just have to have that confidence that you can do it. And from the day one of your job, think that your main goal is building that ladder, and you have to fund that ladder with the help of this job and nothing else. And this job means nothing else. It's just a means, it's just a source to fund my end goal. That's all. If you approach your jobs with that mindset, your life will become so much easier and you will have so much clarity in your life. And even if someday some company lays you off, you will not fall in trouble because you have built yourself a cushion by then. So guys, that was it. Do let me know what was your favorite learning from this video. That will help me get an idea of how you understand things and I can design my future videos accordingly. And also if you have any queries, leave them in the comment section. I'll try to answer them as much as I can. With that, I'm signing off. You keep on watching more content on the Corporate Diaries to be corporate ready, and I will see you in my next video. Till then, stay safe and healthy. Take care. Bye.